Welcome to Retirement with Jim. So today we're going to talk about Medicare fraud, how to watch out for it. So before we get started, if you like my channel, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. And along with that, leave comments. Love to hear from you. Love to know what your thoughts are. So, okay, let's get started. So Medicare fraud. It's a lot more prevalent than people think, and it costs us dearly. You hear about all the things in the news and political wise about, fraud and waste in government, and surely it does exist. But some things you can do, especially concerning fraud, to protect yourself. So first, if you get a call, don't respond, because they will never call you. They will never initiate, a call to you about a service or something, going on within, their the Medicare system. So asking you, to give them information so they could verify something. They're going to ask for your Medicare number, your card number. They're going to maybe ask for your Social Security card number. Don't ever give that information out. Not from someone calling you. You have no idea who's on the other end. And it's safe to say they're probably up to no good. So be wise, be careful. You want to check your Medicare summary notices that you get. Any claim statement, of things that are waiting to be processed and paid out. I'll give you a little story. Recently, I got my wife was looking at a statement, and we had gotten charged on our credit card for something, and I had gone to an urgent care facility, and I went there at the time because it was near the Christmas time, and it was a lot easier to get into my own doctor. Long story short, they had my credit card on file from a previous visit. I've seen them a few times. Well, when we got the statement, it showed that they had been paid by Medicare and my G plan. I have the supplemental plan. And they went ahead and charged on my credit card what they had already been paid for on my G plan. And the G plan clearly showed that they had been paid, and it was coded properly. And don't know how you kind of write that one up as a mistake. Clearly someone doing something wrong. Not sure. So I disputed it, and I had a lot of trouble, getting through to the urgent care. So much so that I finally called my credit card company and told them to stop payment on it, and I disputed the charge. They sent me a new card, and now I'm kind of going round and round with them, and I supplied them with all the supporting documents to show they've been paid. And needless to say, now that this has happened, I will not go back there. Whether it was an honest mistake or not, it's not one. And it's a small amount. It's $27. Well, $27 isn't going to necessarily break me. But you know what? It becomes the principle of the thing. You used my credit card without my permission. Not something that I'm going to say is okay. So, and that came from just looking at the summaries. So it's good to look at the summary. It's good to look at your statements. It's good to look at any claims that, are in process of being paid, and match up the dates. That's one of the things that happened. The date didn't match up. It was a completely different date months later, and they put it down as if that was a service of that day. So you got to be careful. It's your money. Don't let someone else take advantage of that. So compare dates, and make sure that they are when the service was provided. They all match up. So next thing to avoid fraud is learn what Medicare health plans and drug plans can and cannot do. Do some research, do your homework. There are things they can do, but there are also things they cannot do. So by taking some time early on, learn what they can and can't do. you will be better served for understanding, how to avoid fraud and things that are not allowed to happen. And you have to be your own vigilante. Take a look at your money and view it as that way. Treat your card, your Medicare card, Social Security card for that same matter, like a credit card. You wouldn't just hand that out to anyone. It's funny because we do to some degree, but when we go shopping or to restaurants and stuff, but you have a way to dispute that if something is wrong. But you want to treat your Medicare card just like it's a credit card. Protect it. Don't let it get out there. Don't give it to anyone that shouldn't have it. Your doctor should have it. Your health insurance company. Other than that, you don't give it out to anyone else. And along with that, don't join, Medicare over the phone or a drug plan unless you called them. Most of the time you can do so much and literally everything online. So that, and of course, there's always dangers with that too. You got to make sure you're on the proper website, but you can do a lot of checking to make sure, from a Medicare standpoint, you are on the government website for that. But if someone calls you, no, don't sign up. Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ask you for your Medicare number, your Social Security number. You're giving them access to all of your funds and your ID. So don't ever do that, because that is just a recipe for disaster. Along with that, don't accept money or gifts, for signing up. It's usually said if it's, free, it's probably too good to be true. What's it worth if it's free? It's usually not worth a lot. It really isn't. So do your homework, sign up for where you're getting the best deal, but don't accept any kind of money or gifts for it, because that usually doesn't work out in your favor. Guarantee you. Someone might be wanting to steer you like a broker toward a plan that they're going to make the most money on, which isn't necessarily in your best interest. So keep that in mind. So keep in mind, like I said about my story, about checking your statements, making sure that you are staying on top of payments and what's going on and charges going to you, so that you can do your best to stay safe. And remember, if you didn't call them, don't answer. Just let the phone ring. And it's amazing. If you let the phone ring, it's really someone that needs to talk to you. 9 times out of 10 are going to leave a voicemail message. And it's amazing, when I stopped quite a few years back answering the phone, if you weren't in my phone directory, I didn't know you. I didn't answer. And it's amazing how much the percentage of never leave messages, which means they really probably were up to no good. I didn't call you. You weren't returning a call. That's a different story. So protect yourself. Guard your information wisely. Okay, with that, I'm going to tell you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.